Shortly after Zhang Nian moved into her new apartment, Lu Yu appeared, claiming to be the landlord's son and that he would be responsible for the property from then on. He replaced all the appliances with smart ones. Zhang Nian assumed was standard for a high-end apartment, until one day he cornered her at the door with an electricity bill. Monthly bill over 30,000 yuan. Zhang Nian was dumbfounded. How could an ordinary office worker afford that? What baffled her more was that Lu Yu was asking about the money. He asked if she had a boyfriend. He grilled her about why her mattress used so much electricity, and whether one person could possibly need that much. Cornered against the wall, she felt both confused and angry. Lu Yu was a head taller than her. His shadow blocked the dim motion sensor light in the hallway. "I'm talking about you, Zhang Nian." Her name came from his mouth with an unmistakable possessiveness. Her heart jumped, but mostly from sheer absurdity. She tried to duck under his arm. He didn't budge. He demanded to know who the man was who sent her flowers and who drove her home. It turned out he lived across the hall and had been watching her through his peephole every day. Zhang Nian was horrified and furious. "Lu Yu, this is harassment." He was silent for a long time, then asked softly, "So you don't have a boyfriend?" It wasn't a question, it was a statement. Her pride flared and she shouted, "I do." But he pressed on, "Then why does he let you live alone? Why doesn't he pay your electricity bill? Or does he not even know about this mattress at all?" Trembling with rage, she shoved him and fled inside. The next day, she received a bank notice of the rent deduction, followed by a message from Lu Yu: "Next month's electricity bill will also be deducted from your card." She rushed to her bedroom and stared at the unremarkable dark gray mattress. No brand label. She punched at her and went numb, but it didn't budge. His was a mattress. It was a money-eating monster. Zhang Nian decided to move. She found an agent and looked at a rundown apartment in a cramped urban village. Dark, damp, cockroaches everywhere. But she accepted it. Better than a 30,000 yuan electricity bill and a perverted landlord. She messaged Lu Yu that she was terminating the lease. He said shadow 2 months penalty. She said fine. The doorbell rang. She thought it was movers. It was Lu Yu. He noticed the scraped and swollen back of her, and from punching the mattress, walked straight in, took her wrist, and began disinfecting, unbandaging it without a word. His movements were gentle. He looked up at her once as he applied the band-aid. Then he asked, "Zhang Nian, let me ask you one more time. Do you really have a boyfriend?" She nodded stubbornly. He said, "Fine. Have him come talk to me about terminating the lease and about compensating me for the wear and tear on my mattress." Zhang Nian was speechless with fury. She called her male best friend Xu right in front of Lu Yu and asked him to pretend to be her boyfriend. Xu came. Lu Yu dismantled him in a few questions. "Did you know she has a bad stomach? Did you know she's allergic to mangoes? Did you know she curls up when she sleeps and her hands and feet are cold in winter?" Xu's forehead beaded with sweat. Lu Yu said, "If you can't take care of her, get lost. She lives in my house and uses my things, so she's under my care. Zhang Nian, your taste is terrible." Then he left. After Xu left, Zhang Nian moved out that night, transferred the penalty and rent to Lu Yu, and blocked him. Life in the urban village was miserable. No hallway lights, no sound plumbing, no hot water. But she gritted her teeth and endured. Xu came to visit, heartbroken, and offered to let her move in with him. She refused. An unknown number called. It was Lu Yu. He said he was downstairs. From her window, Zhang Nian saw a black Bentley parked in the narrow, dirty alley. Lu Yu was leaning against the car, smoking. He looked thinner, with stubble on his jaw, somewhat disheveled. She felt no sympathy. He asked if she wanted to know the mattress's origin. Saw menu M9 German-made medical grade. $1,000,000 yuan. Zhang Ian's mind went blank. She'd been sleeping on a 2,000,000 yuan mattress for 3 months. He bought a 2,000,000 yuan mattress and rented it to her. He said, "Not rent, a gift." She thought he was insane. He then said he was the landlord's son. He had bought the entire building. She went downstairs, standing in front of the Bentley in her pajamas and slippers, utterly humiliated. He took her to a presidential suite at a 5-star hotel. The mattress was in the center of the room. Then he told her about 7 years ago. The library, 3rd floor philosophy section. She had fallen asleep on a pile of heavy philosophy books and woke to find she had drooled on a beautifully bound for unbook. Terrified, she secretly put it back and fled. Later, she heard that some mysterious person had paid a huge fine for the damage. That person was him. From that day on, I remembered you. After you graduated, you came to this city. I happened to be here too. I watched you find work overtime, eat instant noodles to save money. I watched you bookmark that apartment on a rental app. So I bought it. His tone was as calm as if he were talking about something trivial. But Jung and Ian's heart was pounding. He was like a shadow, peering into every corner of her life. This was devotion. It was perversion. She screamed that she didn't need his self-righteous protection and threw her bag at him. He didn't dodge. Lo, you've ruined my life, she sobbed. His so-called good intentions had only been burdens and humiliations. He was silent, then said he was sorry. He said he was wrong. He thought giving her the best would make her happy, forgetting that she was the type to accept gifts without feeling indebted. He gave her the choice: stay in the bed, the room or hers, and he would not bother her again or leave, and he would disappear from her life as if they'd never met. He left. She called after him to ask about the electricity bill. He smiled and said he deliberately adjusted the consumption and faked the bill because he wanted an excuse to talk to her, thinking she'd come to him for help. Instead, she'd rather borrow money than ask him. Lu, you're a real bastard, she said through gritted teeth. He nodded and confessed. She didn't sleep on the 2 million yuan mattress. Her mind was filled with his words. He was a pervert. He was just a clumsy admirer who had used all the wrong methods. The next morning, as she was leaving the hotel, she ran into Lin Wan in the lobby. Lin Wan was dressed in high-end couture, carrying a limited edition Birkin, and informed her that the hotel belonged to Lu Yu's family. She sneered at Zhang Nian. Lu Yu has gone to great lengths for you, first buying a building, now booking a hotel suite. But don't misunderstand. He is soft-hearted. When he sees a stray cat on the road, he feels sorry for it and wants to give it a home. What he has done for you is nothing but pity and compassion. Just like all the things he did for me once. You and him, you're not from the same world. Stray cat. Pity, compassion. The words pierced her heart like poison needles. Zhang Nian walked out with her suitcase, back straight as a rod. She sent Lu Yu a final message: thank you for your pity. I don't need it. I will find a way to return the mattress. From now on, we owe each other nothing. Then she blocked him everywhere. The next day she was fired. Her supervisor said she had offended someone she shouldn't have. She stormed to Lin Wan's company. Lin Wan admitted it because Zhang Nian was in the way. She also said she had been with Lu Yu for 10 years. Their families were family friends. She was his legitimate fiancée, and the wedding was next month. Miss Zhang, if you want to stay in this industry, stay away from him. Otherwise, next time, losing your job will be the least of your worries. Zhang Nian didn't know how she left that building, unemployed, threatened, and suddenly cast as the other woman between a man and his fiancée. Her life had fallen apart in just days. She sat on a bench by the street in the rain, not wanting to move. The black Bentley stopped in front of her. Lu Yu draped his suit jacket over her shoulders. She pushed him away and accused him of playing games with his fiancée. He denied having a fiancée, said not to believe Lin once she was the one spreading the engagement rumor. Ni had never acknowledged it. Her firing was his doing. He had already sent lawyers and she could go back to work tomorrow. Zhang Nian didn't want to hear it. I don't want to know about you and your fiancé. I don't want any part of it. We're done here. Congratulations, you've successfully ruined my life and made me hate you. She walked into the rain. This time, he didn't follow. She caught a high fever from the rain. Shuze found her and took her to the hospital. Lu Yu arrived with insulated food containers, chicken soup, kangi, side dishes. She refused to eat. He scooped up a spoonful of kangi and held it to her lips. His eyes held an unprecedented madness and obsession. Open your mouth. She gave in. He showed up at the hospital every day. He cooked meals with his own hands, tucked her blankets, read her the news, even peeled apples for her, peeling them badly. When Jose visited and saw the scene, he was stunned, then left. No one could fight a madman. On the day of her discharge, Li took her back to the original apartment, spotless. The 2 million yuan mattress was still in place. He took out a velvet box and knelt on one knee. I want to marry you. From the first time I saw you 7 years ago, I've been crazy. I've been arrogant, stubborn, self-righteous. I hurt you. But my love for you has never changed. I bought the building, changed the mattress, faked the bill. All of my stupid actions came from not knowing how to get close to you. Zhang Nayan, give me one more chance. Let me love you the right way. She didn't say yes, but she didn't say no either. She moved back into the apartment. He didn't pressure her. Every day he left prepared meals at the door, stocked the fridge with fruit and milk, hired a cleaner twice a week, doing everything a boyfriend should do, but never stepping inside her room. Her job was restored with a promotion and raise. Lin Wan was sent abroad by her family. Everything seemed to have settled, but a knot remained in Zhang Inian's heart. One night, lying on the mattress, she cowed in sleep. On impulse, she texted him, "The mattress is too hot." He replied instantly, teaching her how to adjust the temperature. She asked if he was asleep yet. He said, "Waiting for you. Waiting for you to give me an answer." After a long silence, she asked, "Will you still ask me if I have a boyfriend?" There was another pause. Then he replied, "No, I won't. Because HES lying right in front of me." Zhang Nayan stared at the message and smiled. She got out of bed and opened the door. Lu Yu was leaning against the wall across the hall, still holding his phone. She beckoned to him. "Come here." He hesitated, then walked over. She stood on her tiptoes and gave him a light kiss on the lips. "Starting today, they'll pay the electricity bill." He stared at her, stunned. Then his dark eyes lit up with a million stars. He pulled her into his arms and kissed her hard. "For all of me, including me, you'll pay for that too."